Welcome back to another episode on Azure Cloud. In today's session, we will explore cloud governance and policies, and a very essential practice for managing cloud resources efficiently and also securely. So let's dive in. So let's talk about the best practices for managing cloud resources. The first one is optimize cost. Well, managing costs effectively is actually a key to maximizing cloud value for an organization. Use autoscaling to adjust resources based on demand and reserve instances for predictable workloads. Regularly review and right-size resources to avoid over-provisioning. All this can be done to make sure to extract the highest level of value out of your cloud infrastructure. There are more techniques. These are just quite a few. The next is monitor your performance. Well, here you can leverage monitoring tools like AWS CloudWatch or Azure Monitor to track resource usage and performance almost real time. These instance or this insight in the instance actually help ensure optimal performance and proactive issue resolution, where you can make sure that you are extracting the complete level of performance from your compute or your instances, and you're only paying for that. Maximum productivity and least amount of resource wastage. Now, to actually manage your cloud resources, the next thing you can do is you can implement automation. Here, you can automate infrastructure provisioning by using IAC, that is, infrastructure as a code. Tools like Terraform or Azure Resource Manager, that is ARM template, you can do that. You can also use autoscaling and scheduled tasks to improve efficiency without any manual intervention or waiting for someone to actually do that. It will save you money by the works of time. So you are saving time. That is why you are saving money as well. The next thing you can do is enhance your security control, where the access using IAM policies can be defined. Or you can apply a different RBAC roles to users to make sure that they get the least privilege, but enough to do the job. You can also encrypt sensitive data, both at rest or in transit. And on top of it, how about applying MFA, right? Multi-factor authentication can also be applied on top of your infrastructure to make it more secure. This is important. Ensure redundancy. Well, design your systems for high availability from scratch and also for fault tolerance. You can do this by using multiple availability zones or regions. This redundancy ensures that service is actually available or it continues even during a failure, whether it is intentional or, natural, doesn't matter. Perform regular backups. Well, for this, you can also automate backup schedules and store data across multiple geolocations. This approach actually safeguards your data and ensure a quick recovery in case of a disruption. Now let's talk about setting up policies for cloud usage. Well, access control policies. We already know what policies are. Here, access control policies define roles and privileges or permissions using IAM tools like AWS IAM or Entra ID RBAC solution. This actually follows the principle of least privilege to the core. granting only the access your employee actually need for a specific use case or role or job. The next thing you can do is cost management policies. Well, cost management policies are the set of budgets and alerts to monitor cloud spending. You can use auto-scaling and reserved instances to control cost even further while maintaining performance as needed by the organization. There are many more tools or many more methodologies you can apply to save cost, but these are just quite a few. Security policies. Well, security policies mandate encryption for data, both at rest or transit. It also can actually require your organization to apply MFA for user accounts or maybe services. Now, this can also be done with conditional accesses. Yes, conditional access is a very simple to understand and apply concept, but it provides a very robust security layer on top of your infrastructure. All these are your security policies. And how about compliance policies? Well, compliance policy ensure that your cloud usage actually aligned with industry regulations, such as GDPR from Europe or HIPAA from US. It actually audits your environment and makes sure that you are following all the rules. Otherwise, your organization may suffer some legal actions from governments or, nationwide ruling bodies. Oh, resource tagging and monitoring. Monitoring we already know, but tagging. Here, it actually uses consistent tagging process for resource or resource management. It is done to track your usage and also allocate cost effectively or spread it out. On the other hand, monitoring can be done to monitor resource utilization and performance to optimize the efficiency in the future. Well, by monitoring, you can also set the benchmark from where you can always improve. Sometimes you can also go in a negative direction, but the aim should be to improve from the benchmark. To summarize, in this episode, we covered the best practices for managing cloud resources, including cost optimization, performance monitoring, automation, security, redundancy, and backups. We also discussed setting up some key policies for access control, cost management, security, compliance, and resource tagging. By implementing these governing or governance policies, you can maintain a secure, cost-effective, and well-managed cloud environment, which can be audited by anyone without any issues. Now, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to check out our other episodes and courses on NetSoft IT Academy. I hope you will join soon. I will see you there. Take care.